Yes, looks like it. My mic's on, and let's go. Welcome to my fourth DesDevDiary now, design development. Um, Today I thought I'd talk about in my handwriting plugin for Obsidian. I haven't released yet. It's called Ink. Um, I have been I had to put a menu that needed to kind of stick to the top of the page as things scroll. So um, I might show you what I tried and what hasn't worked. So this is Obsidian. This is my just a markdown file. This is my handwriting embed. That's just an image, and if I edit it, then it becomes editable, and I can start writing stuff. Um, we've got this menu here that sits at the top. And so as I scroll down, I wanted that to stick there so that you could still use it. And at the moment, you can see it's obviously working. But the first thing I reached for, let me see if I can just make myself bigger. The first thing I reached for was the CSS sticky value, position sticky. Because what that does is it makes it, when the document scrolls out of view, it makes it stick to a particular place in the document. The problem I immediately encountered was that this, I might open this for a second to demonstrate it better, but this markdown area isn't the document. The whole window is the document. I assume it's like a progressive web app. It's not actually, you install it, but I believe the whole thing is made out of HTML. That's why people can skin it really well, things like that. But because the whole thing's the document, sticky doesn't quite work the way I want it to in this instance, because it's only this one section that's scrolling. It's not the whole document. There might be something I'm missing about how to get that to work, but I hit a dead end there. So searching around the internet, I found that maybe the answer was just to turn to JavaScript. So that's what I did. So what this does now is, based on the scroll handler, it at the scroll event, as it scrolls, it recalculates where it needs to sit, and it sits there. Now you'll see there's something happening here which wasn't quite happening before, but it's the issue that I want to talk about. Sometimes when I scroll this, you'll notice it doesn't refresh in time, and that menu moves a little bit. It jiggles around. It doesn't happen that much on desktop, but you can see it's slightly happening occasionally. But if I jump over to a video of my iPad that I took, a screen capture of my iPad, you'll see it happens very regularly. It's always happening on the iPad. And so that's obviously unacceptable. It's too jittery. So I was thinking about, how can I get that to be rock solid? Obviously the scroll event isn't firing quick enough for the refreshes of the screen. So my thought was, there's two ways that I can think of to address this, of the knowledge that I have right now. Let me pause this. There's two ways to address this. One way I know will work. Another way I think might work, or I thought might work, because I've tried it now. The first way, the way that I know will work, will be, I could just reapproach it, and instead of trying to lock that menu there all the time, I could say, as soon as the scrolling starts, hide the menu and start running a debounced function, or run a debounced function every scroll that tries to make the menu reappear. But because you keep scrolling, it keeps resetting the debounce, the timer on that function, so that it never reappears until you stop scrolling. So basically it would make the menu disappear while you're scrolling, and then after you stop scrolling, the menu comes back. And so that's not what I initially wanted, but that would be absolutely fine. And I'd make that look pretty. I'd make it feel smooth. And that would work. But the other way that I thought might help me get around this issue was request animation frame. So request animation frame is supposed to request when the next frame, when the screen is next going to be repainted, and then let you do some stuff before that. Now I just looked up the MD, is that, yeah, where is it? Yeah, MDN. I don't know why I got confused by that. But I just looked up the MDN article for request animation frame, and it was a little bit vague. It said, you're requesting the next thing, but it doesn't sound like it's guaranteed to happen before every refresh. However, I did it anyway to test it out. And what I found was I don't know whether it had any effect on the desktop version because I wasn't really seeing that issue, but it didn't give me any better performance on the iPad version. So something's going on there where the iPad refresh rate is way faster than the request animation frame gives you. I don't think I did anything wrong in the code. It's possible I could have. And it's also possible that request animation frame just doesn't give you that fast an update. It's maybe debounced itself, or just things have implemented it differently. But I thought that was interesting. I guess I'll be going with the hide the menu now and then bring it back when you finish scrolling, which doesn't bother me at all. I think it's probably the better option anyway. But I would have liked the request animation frame to have worked, just to know that it works. So in the future, if I need to deal with some animation stuff based on scrolling, I know that I can rely on that. But I couldn't. So anyway, that's my update for today. I'll keep you posted on future things. Thanks for watching. See ya.